This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Kane is in the building.
Yeah! Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream.
Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Burger King, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Prince Masters.
Dream so long, anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when we come out the show. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through their teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh, put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats. Then get busy on they. See, that's how that Chi-Town made me. That's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go and put your hands up. When times is hard, you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up.
You got it locked and loaded to the Friday, August 20th edition of Talking Heads. Naughty and MJ and your company right up until 6 p.m. It is a Friday edition, weekend review edition, and boy, we got lots to talk about. And if you want to be part of the conversation, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head, brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence, 323-6232. 325-4259, 325-4316. Toll free in any one of the Family Islands, 242-300-5720. 242-300-5720. And like I said, we got lots to talk about, and it starts with BP. Boy, I almost said something. LJ, talk me off the ledge.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Sweltering. Can't catch a cooler breeze, no bill.
I can't talk you off the ledge because I'm on the ledge as well. This is so much. This is so exhausting. So you guys know we live in the Fort Charlotte area, and we've basically been dealing with a whole day of no power. Now, the last update we got from BPL was that at around 4 p.m., the power would be restored to the Fort Charlotte area.
It's now 4:10 p.m. BPL.
And the reasoning that they gave us for taking Fort Charlotte offline is that they had put us on some sort of rotational schedule with Bay Street, downtown Shirley Street area.
Not a form of load shedding.
Because, those persons have suffered, gone without electricity for something like 48 hours. There was a brief restoration, but they're back off apparently. And even though we were taken offline to allow them to come back online, to give them a reprieve, then we got another update earlier today from BPL, and that one came in at around, 11 o'clock? 11:19, saying that there was an interruption in power supply to the downtown, which is Bay Street, Shirley Street, and East Hill Street areas. Teams are working to progressively restore power supply in affected areas.
I'm starting to hate that word,
Yeah, this is not progress. This is terrible. And now it's after 4, no further update from Bahamas Power and Light, and we are still without electricity, no telling how much longer this is going to carry on. And I got to tell you, I'm just exhausted at this point. I'm just so frustrated because this is 2026. Why are we living like this? After being told that BPL was ready for the summer, after being told that we had to do this deal with T&D in order to, save a collapsing system, what have we gotten in return? What is reality telling us that we're living with right now?
Reality is telling us that we have a board of directors, we have an executive management team, and we have a minister that don't know that anyway. They're behind from their elbow when it comes to this, because obviously there is no solution. Nowhere along in this has there been a plan to fix this. It is all buck up, go.
And I hate complaining because
well, I don't.
I
Pop
know
inside.
that I know that our brothers and sisters in Grand Key have been suffering for something like 2 weeks now without power. I want you guys to really think about that. 2 weeks, at least, no power, no electricity. And the BGC, they got some
And
problems.
all of this comes from
But there's no BGC in Grand Key. I mean, that's just all BPL.
And who should have answers to all these problems and know what's going on? The executive.
Well, and the prime minister is now taking this on. He says the buck stops with him. But then he also said, don't ask me nothing else about that. I ain't talking about that no more. I gave a national address and that's it. Meanwhile, we're still going through this. And it's just so terrible.
He needs to do something progressive himself that he's never done before. Shake up his cabinet, shake up the minister responsible for it, lay waste to some of the board members, remove some of the executive management. It is not getting done, MJ. The job is not getting done.
People got a little bit miffed with the member of parliament for Golden Gates, Pierre Glover Roll, when she wrote to BPL very early, mind you. This is like the canary in the coal mine. It's talking about her constituents and what they were experiencing, multiple days with power outages and no update from BPL. Some people got miffed at her. I said then I thought it was great. I would love for our MP now to say, since the prime minister ain't taking no more questions, I guess we could only go to the person that we elected as a constituency and put in the House of Assembly to represent our voices. We could only go to him now and hope that he can speak out, say something, advise us, tell us what is going on. Because BPL has now decided that Fort Charlotte is going to be the sacrificial lamb for today, and the time that they gave us has come and gone, and no more updates. No more updates. So, Mr. Bastian, I know you're getting ready for the whole back-to-school jamboree for Fort Charlotte, which is great for the kids. But we need you to step up now. We need you to stay. You seem to be able to get some stuff done in this government. We need you to step up.
You say, quote, unquote, the PM hat. You have the PM's ear, right? Okay, then.
We need you to step up because this is just unacceptable. By the way, guys, our guest schedule for today, because we were unsure about the reliability of this power situation, Mrs. Belinda Wilson will join us on Monday when hopefully the power will be back on and we could be assured that there'll be no interruptions in the broadcast. But this is too much. Like, I'm done. We need a name for this summer. You know how they went through like the Great Depression and so many other
the Great Regression.
Things. We need a name for this because we need to remember this. We need to remember this. We need to remember not only how it felt to constantly not be able to rely on consistent power supply. We need to remember all the things that we were told BGC was supposed to do for us. We need to remember the voices of those business owners downtown. I saw a story. It's one of the big stories in The Guardian today. Our dear friend Manjit Pawar, who owns the Taj Mahal that's located downtown. And if you listen to her story and if you listen to what she said she and her staff have been experiencing, not even being able to take in refrigerated supplies because you don't know if, the thing will go bad and spoil in your freezer. You have to listen to the voices, and we need to remember the voices of all of the business owners in the downtown area that are losing hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars every day when a tourist can't even swipe their credit card and make a purchase because there is no electricity. And I saw a really interesting story coming out of our national broadcaster, ZNS, because apparently they've experienced some difficulties. They've been running their generator for 2 days, 48 hours, and eventually they got to a point where they had fumes in the building. They had to evacuate. They were, I guess, offline for a bit. But generators, and this is why when people say just get a generator, generators are not supposed to be running for 48 hours nonstop or be relied on Because if you have to rely on power from a generator for extensive periods of times, then you have no backup system. That's it. And it shouldn't have to be this way. BPL, the entire board of directors, the entire executive team need to come clean with exactly what is happening and causing all of these repeated, extensive outages. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Let's get to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads.
Usual Naughty and MJ, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
As fast as you
Wait up,
can.
boy, I tell you, all I could tell you is downtown came off at Wednesday, right, about 3:45, and it just, and work was off all day yesterday, and probably came off sometime this morning, which means that technically I'm trying to tell you all might as well go look for a hotel. I just being blunt with you. You might as well just don't beat around the bush about it. You can be irritated when you reach home. You can be cussing out the kids. Go look for a room right now.
Yeah, this is a lot.
That's just, that's just the reality of the situation.
Right.
Only so much he could do. He can't do anything.
I want some voices, though. I want to hear some voices kind of express our frustration.
Yeah, man, it's difficult for you to hear voices, right? Okay, in order for you to hear a voice, right, you have to actually know what's going on. No one knows what's going on.
So that's the first question.
So it's difficult to explain something when you have no knowledge about what you explain.
That's the first question.
Because even if you're lying to someone, you have to know what you're lying about.
The first question is the first. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I'm hearing you.
You have to have some form of information which you make excuse of. It only makes sense.
Did you hear how quickly BPL responded when Minister Pia Glover-Roll put that letter out there and made it known that she had asked them what was going on? So quickly said something. Notice how quiet they are these days. The Prime Minister gave his national address and then immediately started to say, okay, no more questions now. And so everybody thinks it's okay to just be quiet, to not say anything.
Okay, MJ, let's be realistic about this whole thing here, right? All of us got common sense. Ain't no one that's stupid at this point, right? We've been having this problem for 35, 40 years with the same equipment and the same power station, right? You ever had an old car before and the car just keep on breaking down? You tap the starter, she start up. But all of a sudden, now you can't tap the starter no more. It pouring out oil, that ain't working no more. The gasket blew. It's time to get another car. But the point I'm trying to say is, right, it's time for us to just bite the bullet and build a whole new station. It can hurt us in the long run. Of course, they can raise taxes. You have to find the money from somewhere, right? But the situation is, think about it. We only add more houses, which means that the more houses we add onto a really grid, we can't take the houses we have now, it only make the problem worse.
But that
and
was
the population just growing.
I hear you, and you may absolutely be correct, but is that what we were told, that we're breaking everything down and starting from scratch? Or were we told that we're going to put $130 million in the ground, we're going to have to get rid of T&D, and that we're going to be in a transformative energy era? What were we told?
Yeah, but MJ, at some point, you got to use practical common sense. Okay, if I tell you Santa Claus coming to bring the gifts, right, you going to believe that? Or your parents coming to bring the gifts?
No, we know the parents coming to bring the gifts.
Okay, then so you can really believe what the politicians say?
We could use our common sense and not believe the politicians, but that doesn't mean that we don't hold them accountable. Because guess what? All of that money that was borrowed, all of the money that's going into BPL, we still have to pay back. So it's not okay.
MJ, probably they don't really know. They honestly, they probably don't know. They don't know what's going on.
Then say that. Say to us,
oh, no, boy, you can't say you ain't know now.
We don't know. Say it.
Boy,
if you don't know what's going on, say you don't know what's going on. Say, I don't know.
MJ,
maybe y'all shouldn't go shopping.
I don't think people can come on and say they know what's going on.
Right,
you can come on with something else. Yeah, you know people in Nassau, Mom Beamans. We ain't gonna never say we know what's going on. You know we know everything. Even though we ain't know nothing.
Maybe the time is the time now to just admit. But look here, we ain't know what's going on. Y'all prepare yourselves, because, like you're saying, go get your hotel room, because nothing happening.
The extent of the situation.
It's bad, though. We can tell you.
Bad. Like I say,
it is bad.
No matter who won the election, right? Evidently, this problem was going to occur. The system just old, outdated, and you just need to build another system.
The system been old for a while now. Let's be honest, though. Some people manage it a little bit better than others, apparently, because this is actually the worst that I've felt for a very long time. The worst. Thank you so much, caller. Always a pleasure to hear from you. Your thoughts, Naughty?
My thoughts? BPL sucks. And I had to touch the chime in. Well, no, it's not BPL. It's Bahamas Grid Company. But listen, until I know who the hell Bahamas Grid Company is, BPL got told it.
And I hate that for them, right?
This is ridiculous. Empty promises. Oh, it'll be back on by 4. Now 4:22.
And I don't like that. And not even an update. I'm like keeping an eye on this update, trying to figure out, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And I think that's
clear. This executive team, the minister responsible,
we haven't heard from the
board
minister.
Above their head. No, none of them getting off on this, MJ.
No, I know. That's why I think it's important to not
like old people
say,
oh,
they can't say anything.
Red fart in a paper bag, okay?
I think it's not good to say, oh, well, they don't know either, so there ain't nothing they could do. But you told me you could do. You didn't come to me and say, hey, I ain't gonna know nothing about nothing was happening, so don't ask me. You came to me and say, no, man, we have competence. We're gonna be progressing us to a new direction and better heights. Let us finish. And I even heard the minister talk earlier about communication, right? About how it's more important and very important to communicate with customers on a timely basis. But all of that falls on deaf ears, apparently, because none of that is happening. Prime Minister himself pretty much shut down any more questions around this as if the problem has gone away. So we're basically in a spot of just waiting it out for things to miraculously get better. I guess we have to wait for an act of God to cool down the country a little bit where we don't have to use as much electricity, and then maybe things will seem stable for a while. But what happens next summer? What happens next summer?
Hell.
You know? I don't know. The frustration knows no end, and it passes. You know, sometimes one community is okay and another one is going through hardship, and then but it shouldn't be this way. I keep going back to Grand Key, and I keep trying to imagine, like, what do you do about your food? I mean, mind you, that's a fisher community, so they getting some fresh fish, I'm sure. But how you cooking it? How much you spending on fuel for your generator? 2 weeks? Really? Really? And nothing from the minister. Prime Minister didn't address that. I guess it was on long enough for him to get his speech out, and then they were back off. Didn't address that. It's just, we definitely could do better than this. We could do better than this as a country. Ain't no way this is the absolute best that we can do. But it'll take Bahamians actually holding people accountable, actually raising our standards and our expectation levels for things to change. Because as long as, you know, the vast majority just say, that's just the way it is, guess what? That's the way it stays. Matter of fact, that's not the way it stays. It gets worse.
And we can't get no more waste than this. We got to get to the break. Flip side of the break, MJ and I'll be back. We'll pick up the conversation. Text us, I'll get to you. Call us hang tight or call us back. But this is the Friday, August 20th edition of Talking Heads. And we friggin' hot because BPL ain't worth 2 pounds of puppy you know what in a wet paper bag. And that's your executive, that's your board, that's your minister. It's not the Lions Dog catching hell because y'all can't run the company properly. It's y'all up there making the paychecks who got us sweating off y'all incompetence. Y'all do not know God. Let's go to the break.
Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul.
Fine style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. is your place.
Getting ready to go back to school? Come on into John, where we will have you looking smart on your feet with the wide selection of brands you can trust for boys and girls. Hush Puppies, Skechers, Camper, Timberland, Class Action, Hey Dude, and more. Get a bag for those books or a new lunchbox from a wide selection of Sprayground and Toto backpacks. Socks and belts are available in colors and sizes as well. All this and more with the best prices and customer service in town at John's on Rosetta Street, Carmichael Road, and now the Venetian Village Shops at Old Fort Bay. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Summer's here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega bucket, packed with everything you need for summer fun on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, Fountain Fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only $5. KFC's summer buckets have big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken only at KFC Nassau.
You nurtured your business with long hours, bold decisions, and big dreams. Now, it may be time to invest in a home of your own. With up to 95% financing from CIBC Caribbean, eligible self-employed clients can explore a flexible path to home ownership while staying focused on business growth. CIBC Caribbean is ready to help you take the next step. Visit CIBCCaribbean.com/home ownership for more information. Conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Kane is in the building.
Yeah! Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun up? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on alright. Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun up? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through their teeth, hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh, put my kicks up on their desk, unaffected by their threats. Then get busy on they. See, that's how that Chateau made me. That's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play.
We're back at you on the Friday, August 20th edition of Talking Heads. Naughty and MJ and your company right up until 6 p.m. And it's freaking hot. And groceries spoiling. And
Groceries aren't spoiling.
And elderly who need AC because of medical conditions are freaking themselves out, which they should.
Yeah, I just
'Cause
wish
we
you
have
would get
some-
some word.
We have some, for lack of a better word, anyway, don't let me say it.
Just wish we could get some word, get an update from BPL. There has been some good news today, though, Naughty. I meant to tell you, the 5 men that were reported missing at sea, thankfully, after some volunteers from Bimini went out there, they located them. So they were found apparently near Great Isaac Key, which is about 5 miles or so from North Bimini, because their vessel reportedly ran out of fuel, but they are found and safe and sound. So that is something good on this Friday.
I'm going to do something therapeutic now.
What's that?
If you obviously tune into the show and you've been affected by the piss poor service of BPL, due directly because of the lack of management in the hierarchy, who can't get out of their own way, who don't know that they're behind from their elbow, I need you to call in. Let me know which area has been affected for you. What did you lose in the process? And how much you think they really, really suck. Let's put them on blast. You all like me to dig into the crates and do it, some of the things I did on the morning show, or MJ do some of the things she did on the midday show? Well, guess, but dust off, put them on blast. Let's call in and you all put BPL on blast.
And
then if you're a supporter of BPL, then tell me who run BGC so I could deal with them.
Well, in a way, I feel for BPL because a lot of this stuff that we're hearing about is transmission and distribution work. And, when the Prime Minister wanted to divert our attention over to overtime, he questioned why it was so high, which I guess it is high. And he said it was, he thought it was high considering BGC is supposed to be handling T&D. But a lot of these things that we're hearing seem to be, indicating that BPL is still handling a lot of this transmission and distribution problems that we're having here in the capital. So I don't understand what's happening. I wish that, he didn't shut that reporter down the other day who wanted to get into more questions about the management over there at BPL, who they probably would have delved a bit deeper into this relationship with BGC, but we're not hearing that. We're not hearing the answers. And I'm sorry, but I'm still going to ask the questions. It's not enough for us to know that our reality sucks. We don't have to accept it. We don't have to go quietly into that dark night. We could rage against it and ask them, why are they not delivering on what has been promised? And more specifically, when can we expect it to happen? Because there've been so many deadlines kind of bandied about. You remember we were told things would be basically great by August. Well, it's now August, what is it, the 20th, 21st? The 21st, and there's still no end in sight. We were not getting the details. As I said before, I wasn't on board just get rid of the minister, that train at first. I seen the stuff people said, saw the value, and many sound critiques, right? At this point, though, with the silence, after being so loud about this transformative era, particularly in Parliament, just why the silence now? Why aren't we getting answers now? Which is when we're really living through it, when we're really dealing with it. I honestly don't even know when next to plan to go to the grocery store, because I'm not buying a bunch of food to have the food spoil in the fridge, or, have a problem because maybe I don't think it's spoiled, but it's really spoiled. Next thing you know, one of the kids is sick or something like that. Like, just help us to understand. And we get it. You're working on it. But you have to have a better idea. It cannot be that you have absolutely no idea what's going on or the extent of some of these problems. Because, again, you were supposed to be ready. Now, we've already gotten a lot of different reasons why we're having problems. Like the people said, lightning strikes, I guess you blame an act of God. Then we had, various things that you came up with over time, apparently in there somewhere. I don't know where. So many different reasons, but no fulsome explanations. That's all I want to know. For today, BPL, when is the power going to be restored to Fort Charlotte? And for the Prime Minister and the Minister of Energy, when is this nightmare going to end? When? Simple questions. Simple.
Boy, MJ, you got a lot of disgruntled Bahamians out there. Let's check the text lines real quick. Naughty Bahamas grid is the issue. BPL has enough generation to meet the demand. Well, BPL, you ever watch the first 48? I got you in an interrogation room, BPL. I can hold you and I can get all the information out of you. And then tell you, if it ain't you, then tell me who BGC is and we'll go from there. But when power provision doesn't happen in this country, I slap in BPL first and then show me who the blame is. If it's not BPL, I'll do what I got to do toward them and I'll deal with who the culprit is. But this is damn ridiculous. Naughty, I like that, the Great Regression.
We need a name for it so we remember it. The Great Regression, summer 26, does sound like it's memorable.
Number one, I said from the start that it was egregious for a company to come with $0 to fix a challenged T&D grid. They got every penny of the drop in the bucket, 130 million from the Bahamas. It is nonsensical. You saw the folly of this in the run-up to the election as it became clear they had no money for anything. Number two, the only things that appeared to have eased their struggle somewhat is the PLP win and passage of a new budget. Only God knows how much the government has handed them in the dark since then. You do not give an apparently broke company a major stake in an investment-heavy enterprise. Good afternoon, MJ and Naughty. This is Pig Roast of a Summer. Can't get worse.
Pig Roast Summer. That's another good name. Think we'll remember what that
means. Which pigs be
means.
roasting? The ones in Parliament? Anyway, let me stop.
Pig Roast Summer. That's another good name. We need a name to remember this summer. So with 2 years down the line, we could refer back to it and say, y'all remember that? Hopefully things will be better by then, right? Hopefully.
Good afternoon, MJ and Naughty. BPL issues can easily be explained. It's wickedness in high places. I know BEC since all the letters in the alphabet got involved. BPL, BGS, and all the BBL. All it is one big pile of BS. I agree. Good afternoon. Why are we so religious in this country? We have to stop saying leave it to God, because leaving it to God is like leaving it to no one. We have to do it. What are you talking about, Texter? Without God, none of this is possible. So what you mean go to God? It sounds like you need to go to church. I can go to God, then I can come to man, okay?
It's too
Always
hard to
remember,
laugh. Yeah.
God first, mankind after. Always remember that.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And
so-
the Lord did send that one piece of breeze that did help me cool down a little bit earlier today, but it's been a rough day. Lots of lost productivity.
Good afternoon, MJ and Naughty. I don't have any issues with BPL or any of its employees. The problem lies squarely at the feet of Joe Beth and Brave. They cut the deal to put BGC in charge. I wonder if they have missed any monthly payments to them. Remember, Brave and Joe Beth still did not take the employees into consideration. Now they are stuck because they cannot make the employees go and work for or with BGC. So all BPL is responsible for now is sending out bills and disconnection and reconnection.
I did wonder about the Prime Minister saying that he's not concerned about the unions moving into work to rule, because even in these updates, when they talk about we're going to recommence, finding out what's wrong, I'm like, recommence? So that means y'all started and then y'all stopped and then y'all got to start it. But what happened there? Was that an overtime issue? Like, what's going on there? And is that affecting, the speed at which, some of these problems are being resolved? I wonder.
And more, you get updates from the different groups, and here it is again. You got the article with Majid, and again, not just Taj Mahal, but that's a staple. And that does that lunch and evening dinner time business, and they do great business. They have great Indian food.
Yes, I just love the
them
food.
to be sidelined along with other Bay Street is start. My God, we hardly got anything left on Bay Street. For Christ's sake, make sure the power stay on so then people can make some sort of money.
They pay some of the highest rents in this country. They're like the center of commerce. And let's just think about what that Bay Street area encompasses, what that downtown area encompasses. We've already seen interruptions at our Supreme Court. We've seen in the past interruptions at the hospital. Hopefully they're not as affected as they were a couple of weeks ago. I mean, this is a major center of commerce that we're saying takes 48 hours or more to restore. Really? And if they were in session, if they were working through this heat, Parliament would be right down there probably depending on a generator too, and hoping what happened with ZNS doesn't happen with them.
Oh, Lord. Good afternoon, MJ. What makes my head hurt? Why when the power out, the wind is stop blowing.
I know, right?
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Because nursing punishes you for having a side hustle, I cannot call in. I have an ice cream business. I spent $1,000 on supplies. The same day current went off for 13 hours. The following day, 14 hours. The day after, 10 hours. By then, all the items were ruined. I cannot even open because I don't know when power will be off again.
Oh, my gosh. I am so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man.
And that's the thing that you need in the heat, right? Like you need the ice cream. And so I am so sorry that happened.
Do me a favor. Text the producer your store name. And when we come out of this PPL, me and MJ going to do something with Talking Heads and see if we can get enough people to come in there one day and get you that $1,000 back.
Yeah. And the same for Taj Mahal. You guys, when they get up and running,
Taj
please
Mahal,
support.
no problem. Me and you go there and do some damage on our
We're going to go there and do something.
I want some meat samosa right now. I want some
Please
samosa.
support all of those businesses. And it's not just downtown, but I mean, they've been getting hit hard. It's expensive. But please, all of the businesses, particularly the ones in your neighborhood that have been suffering and losing a lot of money during these outages and these blackouts, please do support them when things get to some semblance of normalcy.
MJ, here's my submission, the great conch sweating of 2026.
The great conch sweating. Of 2020, I love it. We'll remember that. Remember the conch sweat in the 26th. That's us, we the conch. Thanks. That's a great. We're gonna take that name into consideration as well. Y'all keep sending us those names. We need to name this. We need to name this summer, this nightmarish summer, so that we don't forget it. And then down the road we'll tell our kids and our grandkids about this. Y'all remember the great conch wedding of 26? Well, let me tell you what happened.
Naughty, let Robertson speak to them. He says it's just a slight inconvenience with no major impact. Give them time to get it right.
Man, that gotta be expensive though. That's gotta be expensive. Even your small and medium-sized businesses cannot afford to be going 48 hours a week, no power. And then honestly, when the power did come back on in Fort Charlotte last evening, it was a little blinky on the lights. So I was like, Lord,
I don't think they had it up to full power. I think they was running it at a half.
Something was going on because the lamps were...
Which could mess up the faces in people's houses and whatnot, but nonetheless.
The lights are kind of not like consistent, like it was dimming, and then did not turn on any AC because I was like, boy, I don't think the grid could afford nobody running no AC right now. But even the fans were like speeding up and then slowing down a little bit, then speeding up and slowing down. I was like, boy, I don't know. I don't know if this power coming in. I mean, do we call it an electrician? What do we do? Because it just seems like all of the solutions that we have to come up with now are costing Bahamians thousands and thousands of dollars. I wonder if we could get a complete study on the millions probably lost from all of the businesses that have been affected on this island with these blackouts. Because, we do lose things as well. It's not just that we don't have power, but we lose things as well.
Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. I'm enjoying this PLP heat wave. I just pretend that someone gave me a free pass to the sauna. I close my eyes, kick back, and I'm in the sauna.
The great PLP heat wave of 26. That's y'all keep sending us the names. We got to call it something.
Summer of darkness.
So, the summer of we got to remember this. You can't just let this go and be like back to normal. No, we got to remember this. This is one for the books, for sure. One for the ages.
Unfreaking believable, man. I'd just like to remind the PR department and BPL and the executives, it's now 4:43, 43 minutes post your announcement that you made today. You didn't give us an update. So we got to hold you to the 4 p.m. reconnection time, which is now another live from BPL.
I'm checking there. They have a WhatsApp channel. It's called
BPL,
BPL
Bahamas
Direct.
Power and Lies.
BPL Direct, and I've been checking it like religiously. And I mean, if you look at it, it's always like a lot. The last update we got was at 11:19 a.m., which said that they are working on the interruption in power supply. Because remember, they turned us off in Fort Charlotte so that they could give the people on Bay Street, Shirley Street, East Hill Street, some relief. But then they apparently didn't get the relief because this is saying that they had an interruption. And then, they always end this with, we apologize for any inconvenience caused. And thank you for your patience. Like we have a choice. We don't have a choice. We got to sit here. I just want to know, is this going to be a dark night in Fort Charlotte? Just let us know. And the other areas around you, Providence.
A dark, hot night.
What kind of night are we going to have? Just give us another update. Let us know if you need to start making alternate plans, because this is important. I mean, we talk about it for the inconvenience of it, but there are persons that do have medication that's refrigerated, and they need to know whether or not they need to make, some alternate plans right now. We do have persons that may have medical equipment that works with electricity, so you got to let us know so that we could start making plans. I never thought, this is harder than some parts of right after a storm, because right after a storm, you expect we're going to be off for a couple of days maybe, but eventually things will be up and rolling. The way this goes now is we could be on today, off tomorrow, on for a couple more, off again. We don't have an idea about when this is going to end. And I think it's really poor for BPL not to have better communications in times like this. If you promise us that we're on some sort of low schedule, right, rotational schedule, and then we should be back on at 4 p.m., you can't just let the deadline blow past and then play crazy. Like, give us an update. Give us an idea of what's happening.
Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hi, how y'all doing, guys? Naughty and MJ.
We're nice and hot. Hi, we're good.
Can you hear me?
We're good. We can hear you. We can hear you, caller.
Yes, this is the great darkness of 2026.
The great darkness of
2026.
I got
Bay
you.
Street has been out of power. I work on Bay Street. Bay Street has been out of power.
Okay.
I should say Nassau Cruise Port since Wednesday at 4:30.
My gosh.
And we're still out of power. The
gosh.
generators are still running.
What are you guys doing while it's
still running? So you see people going back and forth with all these gas
generator.
trying to fill up the
Yeah.
generators. But it's been out since Wednesday at 4 o'clock. And it is absolutely,
That's
thank God for
crazy.
the
Not in
generators
the
that we
heart.
have. But it is absolutely incredible. All we
Yeah.
need now is
It's
the
incredible.
hurricane to come, and then the whole island shuts down.
Oh, Lord. Don't
So
say
we have
it.
to pray
Don't
that
say
doesn't
it.
happen.
But I fear it too. Yeah, we
Okay.
do. Thank you so much,
You
caller.
guys have a
Continue
great
to
day.
hang in there, okay? We all
Bye-bye.
You have a great day too. We're hanging in there. We're hoping. We're praying. We're waiting.
And we're still freaking sweating.
It is. It's hot. It's a lot.
It's crazy. Let me get back to the text lines. Hi, MJ for Dish. Banks in the financial center had to let staff go home because 2 massive generators failed. So much for
Oof.
our second pillar of industry.
Right,
The
'cause
great
this is
sweat of 2026 because of Joe Beth in 2036. There's no fix.
the Great Sweat of 2026. That's an interesting name too. But
Because
yeah,
of Joe Beth
you're
in
right.
2036, there's no fix.
You're right. We think about the businesses losing money. Of course, we think about the Bahamians, but you also have a lot of tourists that are downtown. You have a lot of banks that are downtown. And in that general area, in the Bay Street
You have
area.
a lot of jewelry stores run by Indians downtown.
I mean, think about it. Bay Street, the most recognizable street by name in the whole country. And we're talking about 48 hours and no power, no full restoration. How is that even possible? How is that possible? No hurricane, no pandemic, what is going on? What's going on?
Naughty and MJ, I love the idea about having the ice cream guy or the ice cream nurse. Yeah, we can get on that, man. We got to make sure BPL running with sense, though. Hi, I'm Jenny 26, Summer of Heat. The Progress Blackout of 2026.
The Progress Blackout of 2026. That's memorable, too. That's memorable. Y'all keep setting them in. We got to name this summer because it's like something that you can't forget. It has been so bad. It has been really, 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 really terrible. Very disappointing too, because honestly, the minister did say we were ready. We were ready.
Naughty and MJ, I'm a West Bay Street business owner. My hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Am I supposed to only have an hour of operations? This 2026 electricity crisis, the great darkness of 2026 hurts. Our businesses are suffering. This is a good one. You can like this one, the powerless paradise, or the country where the lights takes vacation.
That is true because when you did put Fort Charlotte on the rotation with Bay Street, you did kind of like tie the hands of the businesses in Fort Charlotte. You did because you're not giving them enough time on a Friday.
But y'all Freeport people, boy, y'all is killing me, y'all Grand Bahamians. Including my wife at times with her Grand Bahamian pride. Listen to each Grand Bahamians, MJ.
Not sure.
Naughty, you still want my power from Freeport?
Y'all said it. Put it on the boat.
You all still want the bad Hong Kong Fui Voodoo BPL that coming from Nassau to bite you all in a couple of days? You all now, boy, I could be right here to remind you, Freeport.
Oh man, yeah. Send us some power.
You can brag about you gamble all you want, you all done own that, you all done won that, you all done take that. I'll give you all that. The power remains to be seen. The Israelites voted overwhelmingly and rewarded the lackluster former administration with this. Where y'all has come up with these? The Israelites? Oh, Lord. I think that's heat and oxygen deprivation tax. I think BP are guaranteed with the heat. If this power problem is under the F&M government, the PLPs would have burned the town down.
I think so. I think so. For sure. Yeah. It wouldn't have been no more questions. That's for sure. That wasn't flying. Oh, no.
Here's my submission, MJ. Buck Stop Summer.
Buck Stop Summer. That I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. Very interesting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. We got power, guys. BPL, y'all listening in. Y'all listening? Port Charlotte has power.
51 minutes late, but I'll take it, BPL.
Thank you, BPL. Thank you. My goodness gracious. We only had to complain for like 40 minutes, but thank you. We now have power restored. I don't know for how long, but for Charlotte, a little bit of a reprieve. To that poor business person on West Bay Street, I guess they say you got 15, you got 9 minutes, 4:51, you got 9 minutes to work with. You know, make the best of it that you can. This is crazy.
Naughty and MJ, a hurricane has hit the Bahamas early. Its name is Hurricane BPL.
Yeah, I tell you, I do feel bad, because I think about particularly the BPL employees that are out there working, because whatever's happening, it sounds like it's a lot of it. And, when they start talking about the underground cables and faults, and I know they're professionals, they could get it done, but this was sort of something that we were told BGC was going to be dealing with, transmission and distribution, and I don't think BGC getting nearly enough heat as they should be getting, considering everything that's happened this summer. But thank you, BPL workers, the workers that are down there trying to deal with whatever's happening between Fort Charlotte and Bay Street, because we now have power restored to Fort Charlotte. Sebastian, is that you? Did you make that call? I wonder.
A hurricane has hit the Bahamas early. Its name is Hurricane BPL. This is just an unfortunate episode in our evolution as a nation. We'll get through this. We just need to hold firm, rise out of the planet of the sweaty conks.
The planet of the sweaty conks?
Let's just call it Hot Progress 2026.
Y'all remember Hot Progress 2026?
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
I love your creativity.
Yes, good afternoon to both of you.
Good afternoon.
I am in Fort Charlotte, and the power has just been restored.
It has.
From 7, no, let me just say this, though, because I don't know about you all, but from 7:30 this morning until a few seconds ago.
That's right. Yep.
From 7:30.
Unbelievable.
This was a day of torture for me.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's the first time I've been tortured.
Yeah.
Have a pleasant afternoon, both of you.
You have a great afternoon, too. I'm usually pretty good as well with these outages. I just kind of ride it out. I put my little stopwatch on and see how long it goes. And sometimes I'm surprised. It's like, only half an hour? Excellent. Yesterday it was 4 hours. And today it has been almost the entire day. So productivity is down. But I just hope. Now, y'all don't come sending us no message talking about we on no rotation anymore with Bay Street, because it sounds like you got a lot of work to do to figure out what's going on Bay Street. Please do not take us off unnecessarily again. And do remember that we also have businesses in Fort Charlotte. We also have food in our refrigerators in Fort Charlotte. We also have elderly relatives that need specialized equipment that runs on electricity, that has medicine that needs to stay. Please remember all of these things. I feel for all of those businesses in the Bay Street and Shirley Street area, but please remember that we, the residents of Fort Charlotte, also, have things that we can lose if we have to go through another extended period of an outage like we have experienced today. I don't know. I'm usually pretty good, Naughty. You know that. But today, I don't know if it was a little hotter or something. I just wasn't feeling it today. Wasn't feeling the excuses and stuff today.
Let's get to the phone lines real quick. I was never feeling them excuses, but yeah, you long suffering. You take their word for it, until you can't take it no more. We can see you can't take their word for it.
I can't take it no more.
Let's go to the phone lines.
Hey, caller.
Heads.
Hey, Naughty and MJ.
Hey, good afternoon.
Just wanted to welcome you guys to Sweet Heat Paradise.
Sweet Heat Paradise. I like that one.
Sweet Heat Paradise 26.
Because this, like I said yesterday, this is a portion, just a small portion of what we are going to get in the next 4.5 years as progress. Okay, it seems to be digressing, but It's called progress for the other people. And those who stand up for this government with this nonsense, with all this heat, with all this going on, as hot as it is, my God, I'm disappointed because you're not Bahamian first.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, caller. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough.
Oh boy, I'm telling you, man, folks getting tired of this. Like beyond tired.
Then coming up with some great names, though.
Huh?
I love these names that they're coming up with, though. Some of them.
Yeah, let me get a couple more before we got to get to the break. Good afternoon. We are Conk Nation, managed by shifty politicians who are ruled by the special interest groups, and as usual, we suffer as a result. Gas leaks scare thousands of travelers at LPIA's U.S. departure section was thrown into a frenzy after gas leak reports forced temporary terminal closures. A fire truck was also on scene, however, details from Midland Crest of what happened. So we got to double check that.
We'll talk about that on the other side. You guys are listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. It's not in MJ. We're going to break for the news, and then we'll be back.
And Pearlie and Statway got you at 5 o'clock for sports.
Being had, don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a
Hungry for some serious beef? Then get ready, because Burger King Nassau is bringing back the double quarter-pound king. That's a full half-pound of flame grilled beef, topped with melty cheese, tangy mustard, crunchy pickle, and fresh onions, served on a toasted sesame seed bun, classic style. Big flavor, big protein, big satisfaction. Get your double quarter-pound king meal with medium fries and a drink for only $10.35. More food, less money. Only at Burger King Nassau.
If you set people's teeth on edge every time you step on the brakes, it's time you visit Muffler World on Mackey Street. They can take your brake rotors off, and if there's anything left, machine them shiny. Then their technicians will install new pads, and before you know it, you'll be able to stop without people calling social service on you. Trying to hit my car. Children in the car. Muffler World can replace the whole package, including hoses, master cylinders, and more. For first-class brake work, stop by Muffler World on Mackey Street. Open Saturdays 8 till noon.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game, so put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Kane is in the building.
Yeah! Alright, the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on, alright, the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through their teeth, hope you slip up on
You've got it locked and loaded to the Friday, August 20th edition of Talking Heads. Naughty and MJ and your company right up until 6 p.m. And we're going over just a couple more minutes, and then we'll be joined by Earl the Pearl and Scatboy. They'll take you the rest of the way with the sports. I think Pearlie might have joined us already. What's going on, Pearlie Simo?
Hey, bro, what's happening? Hi, MJ.
Hey, Pearlie.
How you feeling? I'm going to say how you feeling. How you heart?
I'm dead. I'm dead hard. I was hitting you from earlier today because we're in the
I
same
know.
vicinity. I'm like, is your power off? Or like, what's going on?
When you guys call me voice, when I say no, my power wasn't off, I could hear the whole tone and naughty voice just drop like, dude, I will come by there jumping up
You
head.
understand? You got to make arrangements because it's too much, man. Pearly, it's a lot.
It was a couple minutes later and then they shut me off. So I'm like, oh man.
But you're back on now, right? You're
I'm back
good?
on now. Yeah,
Good.
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
But
it should
still,
be.
it's your day. I pulling all my plugs out. I'm not trusting anything. You
Yeah.
know.
I did the same because last night when it came on, some things were like blinking in a way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I started turning like surge protectors off. I'm like, let's use a little bit of
Yeah.
electricity. We only need enough to keep the fans going. That's all. We just gonna try and make it through the night, and that's it.
Yeah, I know how that is. It's rough. It's rough. I mean, it's like I said yesterday on the show, and this is just Pearlie's assessment. I really believe is that the problem is much bigger than they're telling us. And when they try to up how much people on, you see these little things blowing and all that stuff. And I really think if they put the whole island on one time, we can have a problem.
It does kind of seem like it.
And my whole thing, and I heard when you said, you told us you're ready for the summer. That's level with us,
And that's all I
Just come and
want.
say, hey, this is the problem. We have this. This is not working. We're working on this. It's going to take us another 4 to 6 weeks. We ask you to bear with us. Yeah, we can be pissed, but at least we can have some sort of idea of what's going on.
We can
but
know.
being in the dark, no pun intended, it's crappy. It's terrible.
It feels bad, and then when
Sweating in the dark.
when you don't get
the
the updates.
and the biggest insult to me was when you talk about you inherit this. Come on, man, you used to be in charge of this too. I'll never forget when God rest his soul, the late Bradley Roberts, I was chairman of BEC, and they did a deal that cost DEC a ton of money, and
Right.
we've been catching crap ever since. And we've had times growing up where the lights went off. I mean, we had times we have I still have in this house the kerosene lamps of my little boy that we used to use. I dare not try them because I don't sure how they can work.
Right.
But the kerosene lamp and the shade, and you break the shades, you got to go to buy a new shade and all
Right.
that stuff. And you buy Mr. Major used to sell, Miss Monroe, lady across the road used to sell kerosene. You buy your kerosene and you keep it. But come on, we should be past that in 2026.
Exactly.
Things do happen, and periodically, yes.
But
But
this
the way
ain't
it's going
periodically.
now, no, man, this ain't
No.
periodically. And so I was saying, I was thinking about the Great Depression.
The Great Right. So
No,
what do we call
I
it?
was thinking about the Great Depression.
That's
so
what I
wanna
thought
let's call
about.
it the Great Progression.
Oh, but it's in progress though.
Yeah,
The
but
great
it's being
regression,
sarcastic.
man.
It's being
pro
sarcastic.
progression.
It's being very sarcastic when I
Someone
say
said
that.
the
'cause
summer of sweat or the conch sweat.
yeah, I heard that some of the Texans came from some
You're
easy
very
one, but
creative. But we got to
this has
remember
been
it. We have to remember it.
and mind you, I two parts of the year I love. Christmas is my most favorite part of the year, but summer is my second favorite part of the year. For my little boy, I used to look forward to mommy packing us up and shipping us off to Palm Beach or shipping us off to New York every other summer. So
yeah,
I used to look forward. So I look forward to the summer. But this summer,
Summer's
let's
almost
fast
over.
forward into Christmas. Let's fast
Yeah.
forward into Christmas, man. For real, this is terrible.
And I haven't enjoyed this summer. I'll be real with you. Not the
No,
way that I normally do. I have not enjoyed it.
No.
No. And I
I
used
had
to.
one good. I had one good. I mean, we had our family picnic last week. That was fun because we were on the beach all day, and then you come home to the darkness.
And then I used to look because the boys love the beach. But then
Yeah.
when I was told when the power god go to the beach, it just turned the whole thing off for me. I was like,
Yeah,
no.
I know what you mean.
I was like, no.
I want the beach to be a treat. I don't want the beach
Correct.
to be something
Where
I
I
look
live
for.
in, where I have to basically live because I don't have any power in the
Boy,
house.
you all two are talking about the beach, but I had a joke just now, but I ain't even gonna say nothing. Hey, boy, but like, boy.
Was it Joker's wild joke? Was it Joker's wild joke?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
phone call worthy.
Yeah, no.
Good afternoon, Naughty MJ and Pearly. Didn't the people ask Ingram for disrupting their business during the road works, and they got paid and they fired him? So why this government don't pay the customers for their loss before they get fired?
Somebody brought that up, called in yesterday and talk about the change, and with change has come some kind of headache. And do you remember that when the road project was going on, people were frustrated and they fired Ingram, But now look at the roads. I say, so are you meaning that because of BPL, you're going to fire the PLP? Oh, no, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like that.
I mean, if you said to me, okay, listen, you guys are going to be offline for 5 hours because we're installing this, we're repairing this, sure. But these outages seem to be coming as a surprise. And so, because the first set of updates basically was telling us we're trying to isolate where the problem is. So this is not like planned, like how the roadworks were planned, and this area would be closed.
Oh, Jesus, here comes thunder. They can cut us off now. Here comes thunder. My God.
This isn't planned stuff. This sound like this catching. It's not like they got a surprise Pikachu face too when these outages happen. Like they don't know exactly what's going on either. So it's not the same.
You say surprise Pikachu face?
Surprise Pikachu face. Yeah, like what? You know that little yellow Pikachu? Like
yeah, I remember. I had to think and remember who Pikachu was. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's like always surprise Pikachu face. And honestly, what has made it a bit harder to swallow is our prime minister saying, or basically adopting the kind of posture of no more questions on this. I'm not answering anymore. I mean, really, Prime Minister, we still living. How you not answering questions and we still living through the thing? How does that work? That doesn't make any sense. We need some concrete dates now. Enough of this transformative era. When can we just expect reliable electricity? That's what we're asking. We ain't asking for too much.
Oh boy, MJ, we have any other points you want to pivot to?
Just the happy that everything worked out at the airport. I heard that there was a gas leak and there was a backup, and I'm sure that was scary for people, and I'm sure they were scared not only for the potential gas leak, but also because you don't want to miss your flight and all that kind of stuff. But good to hear that eventually they got the all clear. Hopefully nobody suffered too much. You notice when it rains, it pours, like problems here, problems there, problems everywhere.
We've been having a lot of problems since May
You notice
12th.
that, right? This is like you've been like we in some sort of I don't know. We in something.
Good afternoon, Naughty, MJ, and Pearly. MJ, now that your power has been restored, could you please fight for Fort Hill? We've been off since 3 p.m. yesterday. This never would have happened under Pinto.
What? Fort Hill, I am so sorry to hear that. BPL, we know you're listening. Fort Hill, what's going on with them? Come on now.
What, this the Fort Hill you mean off East Street? Is he talking about?
Right in front of the police barracks.
Please, BPL.
See, somebody jinxed them today because somebody told me over the hill wasn't getting turned off like that. And see, they caused that.
Mm.
And BPL, you know you hear that thunder in the background, but guess what? Ain't nothing happening. Naughty, this big gangster problem we're infighting is made public. We're being anchored into a menace of progress thanks to Mr. Buck Stops with me, Davis. The next set of raindrops and Pufferville will cost us.
Mm.
Naughty Power is still available in Freeport for you. I'll just ask. Listen.
Well, y'all Freeport people cool now.
Then,
They terrible,
me
you
and
know.
MJ decide to move down to Freeport on the canal. I can call you to make sure you got my power straight, okay?
Well, y'all cool now.
They really, y'all showing off. I pray nothing ever goes awry, over there in Oklahoma.
No, but I mean, when Matthew, they had some weeks without electricity, but
Gone
that's an
through it.
excuse. That's Matthew,
Correct.
know.
That's
and
the
when
reason.
Dorian, they had like a lot of lights
Oh, it
out.
was
So
bad.
so now they have it fine and it's solid, and hopefully we'll get there soon.
Hopefully we'll get there, but we don't know when because nobody's
But I'm
telling us
saying-
when.
I'm holding to my opinion that we're not being told the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the whole truth. We're being told half truths. We've been giving half the information, a little bit of the information. The government is not leveling with us. Me and Thunder don't get along, right?
And that's a problem. No, me neither. But that's a problem though, Pearly, because they need to level with us. This ain't just 1 or 2 outages every now and again. There's people going days without any electricity. There's people, businesses not making money, still have to pay staff.
I feel for my friends on Taj Mahal. I feel for them. I mean,
Still gotta pay rent.
I feel for the people and see, it ain't just not so,
No.
Brother Johnson's own Texas and let us know Luke been out. He send me every so often the notices they get. They be out
Well,
for
speaking
hours
of
on
which,
top of hours.
good afternoon, Naughty, MJ, and Pearly, live from Grand Key. We off again.
What do you guys think about Grand Keto? Because I find it
Something
to be
wrong.
absolutely
See,
unconscionable.
this all goes back to where the $700 million is,
Mm.
Because
Right.
if you got $700 million in the
Correct.
National Investment Fund, then take
Right.
some of that money and go buy a proper generator to take on Grand Key.
And money makes
Boom,
things happen
problem eliminated.
faster. Money makes
Problem
things
in
happen faster. So you telling me
Yes.
2 weeks you can't get it, can't get any kind of relief to Grand Key? Come on now.
So where's the $700 million? Penda just asked that question the other day. Just tell us where it is. You need fire engines. You need ambulances. You need to fix the electrification in New Providence, Eleuthera, and Apico, Grand Key. You need so just where the money is. Take the money. Let's fix these things.
Right.
I rather you tell me you only get a couple of dollars in the investment fund and knowing that we get proper lights and electricity running throughout the Bahamas, and everybody got a fire engine on their island and be able to deal with things like emergencies. That'll make me feel a whole lot better.
No, you're
But
right.
every time
you're right.
you hear one little thunder, you get scared because you know your lights can go off soon.
And I just come back on. Oh man, this is tough stuff.
Naughty, MJ and Pearlie, we need to demand what we want and show this good for nothing government what time it is. Everything is falling apart from ZNS to downtown to the 700 Islands. I call in Trump right now.
I
But Naughty, I hear that text though, but you know what I can say? Bull crap. Payments don't give a crap. If right now you jump up and say, let's march downtown. House opening in a couple of weeks, let's march downtown to show our disrespect, show our concern and our what we all we're upset about. How many people coming out? How many people coming? They don't care. As soon as these lights get fixed, they can forget all about this headache and problems. They go to Bahamians, just don't care. As long as they get enough money to spend, they get some money to go get Bamboo Shack or to get something else like that, and they get their couple collect, they happy.
No,
Pearlie, I agree. I
happy.
think the entire
Good
grid is
point.
collapsed and they aren't telling us.
The
Yeah,
fact that so
something
many
happening.
people stayed home election day, they don't care.
Honestly, Pearlie, I was like this morning. I was so mad because the notice they put out was at 12. I was already asleep at midnight when they told us that they were going to turn the power off at 8 a.m.
I
Right?
did not see
So
that.
I
was not
didn't
normal.
know it. I didn't see it. I didn't prepare for it. I just woke up like hot, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, I was so mad. I was
that
like,
was, that was too easy. I always could say something,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
That was too easy. That was too
Don't
easy,
do it.
Naughty.
Not on
Too
a Friday.
easy.
So I this morning was like, boy, when this march happened, I could be there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I was looking for my tennis shoes because we can't continue like this. We got to do something because this is
Yeah, but
not right.
our people don't really care. I mean, we will be in moon, we will make noise, we will row, we'll cuss, we'll sit around our friends and cuss and then go, hey, what you saying? Oh, we all right, we good. Then and you pissed off because you got no electricity. And you tell the man when you see them, tell the lady when you see them, what y'all gonna do? Or show them and march downtown like it was in the 80s and early 90s that we marched and made noise and showed civil disobedience so we could get what we need.
Yeah, you gotta. Boy, I saw the Prime Minister going into lunch in one of the popular restaurants out. I was just about to stop my car. I was this close to say, "Hey, Mr. PM, we got some more questions for you because I can't take it anymore. It is too much." But I do agree with you that sometimes we seem to be mad in the moment and then we play forget and it's like it's all good. And we can't get ahead if we have that kind of attitude. You'll see the countries where they make stuff happen for themselves. Y'all see them giving up like that, easy like that. I love our passive nature for some things. I can be honest with you, but for other things, I feel like we need to put some steel in our backs and do our part as well to hold our leaders accountable. We got to do our part.
Good afternoon, Naughty, MJ, and Pearlie. 7 months and counting waiting for Bahamas Grid to connect my electricity.
Oof.
Pearlie, as long as they go $8.40, they happy. Good afternoon, Talking Heads. So what's the plan when the kids go back to school next week and we'll bring more load on the grid? Do they have an answer for that?
It's probably going to offset because all those kids who were home with the air conditioning on, with the TVs on, with the radio playing, with all the lights on in the house, now in school. So those things won't be happening in the homes.
Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, what do you know, buddy?
Good afternoon.
Hello, Naughty. How you doing?
What's happening?
All is well. I hope you all hear all that thunder and lightning.
I've been talking about the thunder and lightning all the way to as soon as it bursts.
You're all
I see the
angry.
thunder.
God angry. Everybody angry. Anyway,
You know, they say God make ugly, but he don't like it.
yeah, anyway, to add to our problems, right? It seems as if the government has mandated a lot of the major businesses they have to go through an audit, and they got to pay for it. Understand me?
Understood.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need a full forensic audit. Of PPL,
No. I mean, all the. I think it's just major small companies here. All of them.
I thought those audits were free. You're saying they have to pay for them?
No, why can't the government just use the books? Why can't the government just use their information, right? And now they are requiring a couple of companies. They are requiring an audit.
Okay,
and
I
the
see what you're
companies got to
talking
pay
about.
for it.
Yeah, no, I see what you're talking. I thought you were talking about the energy audits that they talked about that they were offering to business.
No.
You're talking about the
No,
audit
no.
of the books, the cash, the money for inland
No.
revenue. That's what you're talking about.
No. It's like car company and parts companies, all that stuff.
Understood.
Well,
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
I don't know what these guys up to, man.
That's why we got to keep our eye on it and keep talking about it for sure.
Yep. Let the world know what's going on. I let the Bahamas know what's going on, I should say.
All right,
But-
good stuff, caller, as always, man. But right now, we got to get to the break. Flip side of the break. Pearly and Stoutwell will be in the building. They'll be chopping up sports. Getting you all hooked up with the local scene. NBA, WNBA, and of course NFL offseason moves. So NFL ready to kick off in short order. So they'll be chopping it up for you on the flip side of the break. MJ, got anything you say before we get out of here?
I just want to say thank you to the BPL line workers. I know y'all coming under a lot of fire recently and a lot of duress, but thank you because we know for sure y'all out there working. As far as your upper management and your board goes, I don't know nothing but that because they need to do more work, it seems like. But thank you to the BPL workers out there who running around from all the way out west to all the way out east trying to keep this little island powered up, even though you're facing, it seems, great headwinds. Thank you.
Again, like MJ said, thank you to the BPL line staff workers. It's not y'all, and I've told y'all this. I will ride for y'all because y'all do a great job. But it's your jokey executive, your executive management, your board, your minister. Yeah, I can deal with them because they don't know their elbow from the behind. They're behind from the elbow. But at the end of the day, it's back on and running, and let's see if we can get a proper answer and plan to all of this. So moving forward, we know exactly what we're up against. The information is put out correctly in advance, so we know what we got to deal with, and we make it happen, and we make the Bahamas better. Because everybody tired of sweating. Have a great weekend. Check me, Pearly, and Scott on Sunday for the press box, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here on Guardian Radio, and MJ and I will see you on Monday right here on Talking Heads with our special guest, Belinda Wilson. That's everything, right? Have a great weekend, Bahamas. We'll see you Monday.
1 in the air for the people ain't here. 2 in the air for the mother that's there. 3 in the air for the kids in the ghetto. 4 for the kids that don't wanna be there. None for the trying to hold him back. 5 in the air for the teacher not scared to tell those kids that's living in the ghetto that the holding back that the world is theirs. Yeah.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Getting ready to go back to school? Come on into John, where we will have you looking smart on your feet with the wide selection of brands you can trust for boys and girls. Hush Puppies, Skechers, Camper, Timberland, Class Action, Hey Dude, and more. Get a bag for those books or a new lunchbox from a wide selection of spray ground and Toto backpacks. Socks and belts are available in colors and sizes as well. All this and more with the best prices and customer service in town at John's on Rosetta Street, Carmichael Road, and now the Venetian Village Shops at Old Fort Bay. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Buffalo Ranch. Buffalo Ranch. Get messy with it.
Dive in hot with the new KFC Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
Hey, Dunk Buffalo Ranch.
A crispy ranch chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce on the side.
Buffalo on the side. Buffalo on the side.
For just $8.95, get messy with it and dunk it how you want it. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody dunk. Everybody
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Kane is in the building.
Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling?
And we're back. How's everybody doing out there? So good to be back here. I got I gonna say I got my boy, but I got my young kid, Stat Boy, on the line. You with me, Stat Boy?
Right here, Pearly. What's up?
All right, just trying to stay out of problems.
Trying to stay out of the heat.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Anyway, let's get right into today in sports history. Do I have it with me? Yes, I do. Today's just when you
August
wanted to
21st.
Today's Friday, August 21st, 2026. On this day in 1929, the Chicago Cardinals traveled out of town for training camp. They were the first professional football team to do so. In 1971, Laura Bow, at the age of 16, won the United States Women's Amateur Golf Tournament. She was the youngest winner in the history of the tournament. In 1984, Victoria Roach, a reserve outfielder, became the first girl to ever compete in a Little League World Series. I think some young lady that's true. A no-hitter night before last. In 2006, Barry Bonds of the San Francisco Giants hit his 725th career home run. And finally, in 2009, the Dallas Cowboys, Naughty's Dallas Cowboys, played their first game at their new stadium in Arlington, Texas. During the preseason game against the Tennessee Titans, the Titans kicker hit the scoreboard hanging in the center of the stadium. And our sports quote of the day, I really lack the words to compliment myself today. Alberto Tomba. So what's happening, Stat Boy?
Nothing, man. Trying to stay out of the heat, like I said. It's been horrible, man.
It's rough. It's rough. And like I tell everybody, please hydrate, drink your Gatorade.
Yes.
You know, your water, stay in the cool, all that stuff. It's hot, so let's be cool, okay?
Yeah, because outside, like the last 3 years have been the hottest years on record. That's a combination of the sun and global warming, skyrocketing temperatures.
But
And,
isn't the Sahara dust causing the extra heat as well?
I think so. Yes. So the last 3 years, we got 2024 through now. There's been heat, pure heat.
Okay.
But I don't get paid to talk about that. I'm here to talk about sports.
Hey, how you go? How you do? Good. I see DeMar DeRozan signed a 1-year deal with the Denver Nuggets. They're talking a little NBA right now.
Which I thought he was confirmed going to the Golden State Warriors. I mean, I'd seen that report everywhere. They just had to put a pen to paper. But he ends up going over to Denver to team up with Jokic and Murray, which that'll be a nice flash in the pan trio. I think there'll be a solid team, but it doesn't improve what they need improved on, and that's defense. And DeMar is about 36 years old now. So that type of a deal is like a decoration deal. You know, he'll be a good scorer. Off the bench, he might start, maybe. But I don't see it like being an improvement for that team.
Yeah. I agree with you. They get scoring, they'll score. And maybe they figure they can outscore everybody and have a semblance of defense.
You know what, Pearly? I thought, back in the day when the Nets had that super team, a couple years ago with Kyrie, Harden, and KD, I was the biggest guy of, they'll just outscore everybody. And a wise man told me offense packs gyms and defense wins championships. You know who told me that?
For sure. Your daddy.
No, you told me that.
Yeah, I did.
You told me that.
It does. You know,
they can score as many points as they want, but I don't think they'll be a title contender.
And then I think the NBA is getting back to playing. I don't want to say more better defense than they were in years gone by. They're concentrating on a rim protector. They're concentrating on a 3-and-D player. So you see a lot more defensive play. And a prime example of that was the Knicks. Looking at the Knicks, looking at San Antonio, which teams that play defense.
Oklahoma City,
yes.
Like a lot of teams also are going back to having their own identities as teams. Because like a couple years ago when the Warriors started the 3-point revolution, everybody wanted to shoot threes. Now it's become basically a requirement to shoot threes, but not everybody's copying the Warriors' off-ball movement style or whatever. You see teams who have their ISO scores. You see teams who feed the post. It's good that teams are having their own identity again, like the 80s and 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, but then you're also seeing a lot more big men shooting the threes, the Mbs and others like that.
Yeah,
who can hit the
because
three.
it has become a requirement.
Joker.
You know, analytics made it a requirement. Guys like Curry and the Warriors, who were just so efficient at it, made it a requirement to be able to shoot the three very well. But you still have teams who, play traditional big ball. Like, Mitchell Robinson wasn't shooting any threes for the Knicks in their title run. Pure rim protection. Same for Isaiah Hartenstein.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean?
That's true. Yeah.
So, teams are going back to the double bigs.
Yeah, that's true. You're correct. You're correct. And now, I mean, I'm going to use my Bahamian vernacular. I was so hurted when I read that the Warriors, the Mavericks are buying out Klay Thompson and he's going to sign with the Heat.
Yeah, that
I know.
hurt me today.
I know how good the late Muffro would have been doing backflips and excited, and Klay
I think he pulled some strings for that move. He saw the buzz that he was coming to us, and he's like, "Nope, that's not gonna happen. I'm using my spiritual powers. Rest up, Muff."
Yes, but I mean that kind of blew me away when I saw that he's expected to sign with the Heat. So I guess,
but it makes up for a Norman Powell because they lost Norman Powell to Chicago, who was a nice 3-and-D guy. Now you get Klay Thompson, who's a champion 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
So.
And all the pressure's not on him like it was in Golden State. Giannis is the man. He's there to help. He's there. Giannis is going to give us
You've got Davion Mitchell, who's a great defensive guard. Got some talent on that squad.
So that'd be interesting to see how it goes there. I wish him well. I mean, and he's close. He could probably hop over to Atlantis every so often and get, have a cold one or two.
Come right down home, exactly. 30 minutes away.
Yeah. All right. So there's all he's expected to sign with them. So that's fine. So I mean, if you take a look at it, right? Look at their potential starting lineup. That's Devon Mitchell at point guard, Klay Thompson at shooting guard, Andrew Wiggins at small forward, power forward, Giannis, and the big man
Adebayo. 83 points Adebayo.
Yeah. So that's a decent starting five.
That is a title contending starting five.
Yeah. Now what's coming off the bench is the next story.
Yeah, that's kind of depleted after the trade. That's the problem there.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have teams, should Kawhi's deal to Toronto go through, they'll be solid. You've got the Knicks, who are the defending champions. You've got Indiana. You've got Detroit. You've got plenty of talent. Of course, you have Philadelphia as well. But it's going to be interesting to see what these teams do because a lot of these teams are getting put together this offseason. This will be their first season together.
Yeah. And then I understand that, what is his name? Phil Hardy is leaving the Mob to go to Philly with LeBron, the coach there. But actually, the Lakers. I think he was with Marvin and the Lakers. Eh?
I saw that he was, and then he went over to Dallas with Jason Kidd's staff because Jason Kidd was an assistant coach on the 2020 Lakers championship squad as well, and now he's heading over to go with LeBron. So we'll see how that works out. Nick Nurse is a great coach. Nick Nurse won the title for Toronto in 2019, but since then hasn't had much success. So this is kind of a prove-it year for everybody as well as a hype year because everybody's hyping Philadelphia completely up, but you got to prove it now, though.
I'm sure it is. And then we spoke about it yesterday with Harden signing a $3 and $97 million deal.
I saw that deal.
Cleveland. Yeah,
I saw that deal because he sacrificed a lot of money over the last 4 years, hoping to build a title contender in Philly and then in Cleveland, and LA, Philly, and Cleveland. But now he's just taking some of his money back. He's like, rings out the conversation. That's off the table. Let me just get my money.
I mean, we're saying that, but you know how much money he's made in his career?
No, yeah, he's past the $500 million mark in terms of gross.
But
now,
he could have been making more than that.
Yeah, for sure he could have. But he's gonna net $250 million of that. And knowing how Harden lives and how he spends, he's taking home at least $100 million of that. But he's making so much money with his shoe deal, off the field and off the court endorsements and such. He's fine.
Okay.
And a lot of that was in Houston when there was no state income tax. So he might take home more money than I think, too. Yeah, he's been paid.
Yeah, that's true. You're correct there, You're pretty much correct there. So I guess, when does training camp open? Do you know?
Training camp for the NBA should open sometime in September, but I'll do a double check.
End of September, huh?
Yeah, because the season obviously starts middle of October.
Okay.
Yeah, September 22nd is when training camps open. preseason games will follow that, like in October 3rd, 2 weeks after that. And then, of course, October 16th or 17th is when the NBA opens.
All right, that sounds like a super duper plan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I understand. I see. All right, to flip it, let's talk a little MLB action. This is good. This will be an interesting weekend for the Dodgers. We get the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then we're throwing Yamamoto, Skubal, and Snell at them 1, 2, 3. That's going to be interesting to see how it goes, because that could be the Dodgers starting 3 for the playoff run.
Oh, absolutely. It will be. Absolutely. You've got a World Series MVP and 2 Cy Young caliber guys, 2 aces. Really 3 aces. So Pittsburgh could be in some trouble.
I mean, Glasnow is considered an ace too, and he's back next week. He had an awesome last rehab, struck out 9, did really well. So he's expected back next week. So we're now getting a embarrassment of riches.
You are. You just got to put it together and kind of get out of this 500 I don't want to say slump, but just stagnance of play. You just got to put together more wins, stack more wins, as do the Yankees, as do a lot of teams.
Well, we did. I mean, we was able to sweep Colorado, and somebody said, "Oh, that's a lousy team," but that's what you're supposed to do. That's how you build your confidence.
Yeah. That's like a tune-up series, like a tune-up fight in boxing. You have to do that.
You sweep those lousy teams, and you let's go at it. So
because if y'all would have lost to them, then it would have been, how do you lose to Colorado?
Exactly. You got a couple of key games today. You got the Braves and Brewers at it right now. Brewers leading them 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 6th, sorry. So that's it. That's the battle of 2 first-place teams.
Did you see the game the other day, Pearly, by chance? Or did you check the score? The Brewers beat the Mariners 22-0.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to cover it. And we could thank a certain electrical company for that, for me not being able to cover it. But 22-0, that was a football score.
They had batting practice on those guys. That's what I call it. I mean, it was like...
That's embarrassing. That's the team who just made the championship series last year, too. And they're, oh, my goodness.
I felt for them, though. I really felt for them with that.
Yeah. At that point, just stop.
But unfortunately, in the MLB, there's no mercy rule in that. So you got to play your 9 innings. So what ended up happening a lot of times when the score gets like that, a third baseman or an outfielder will come and pitch, so they don't have to base a bullpen pitcher and let them just try lob the ball out, then get out. So you'll be surprised how many fellas got struck out by Miguel Rojas or Kike Hernandez or a couple others like that. Just throwing lobs. Just throwing lobs.
Just the ephus pitch.
yeah, for real. So we got some. So like I said, the Braves and the Brewers are battling it out right now. You got the Cardinals and Phillies later. This is going to be a good game. The Blue Jays are the Yankees.
We're going to win that.
And Mr. Schlittler. Pronounce his name for me,
Tom
please.
Schlittler.
Okay, he's going on the mound for the Yankees tonight.
Oh,
we get the Giants at the Red Sox tonight. So that with Landon Webb is pitching for the Giants. So it might be a tough game for the Red Sox tonight. The Rays and the Orioles, which is the Orioles just coming off getting swept by the Yankees. So they're gonna have to try to do some battling now. Two small market teams, the Nationals and the Marlins tonight. And I had a conversation, and just to talk about small market. You got 24 teams right now, including all the division leaders and the wild card leader. 24 teams that are in the run for playoff spot out of the 32 teams. And you can tell me small market teams can't make it? A team like Milwaukee that's spending a third of what the Dodgers spending at the best record in baseball.
You're going to see that change next year, though, when there's a salary cap.
The salary cap will affect some things, but I don't know if it will affect the Dodgers as much, because first of all, it won't change what we're paying. It won't change what we're paying, so we'll have a grace period to let that ride out. But second of all, we get the second best farm system in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we can't feed our farm system, like Will Smith is out of our farm system, Pajes is out of our farm system, and a couple others. Rushing is out of our farm system. So we got some key outfielders and some players coming up who's out of our farm system that I think will be able to fill the role eventually when this big money can't spend the way you want to spend it. But it's got to be similar to the NBA where you can max deal your stars.
I agree. Like bird rights or something of that ilk.
Yeah, it's got to be some deal like that. So I'm not for any salary cap for obvious reasons, being the Dodger fan that I am. But I'm just hoping that they work out a good one if it has to happen. Then you got some other games. You got the Mets and the White Sox tonight. That should be an interesting game. The Tigers and the Royals playing. The Athletics and the Astros. The Angels and the Rangers. Rangers battling for that second set and that spot to catch the Houston Astros. Angels and Rangers, the Guardians and the Rockies tonight. The Twins and the Padres should be an interesting game. The Twins is another team in second place trying to catch Cleveland. And the Reds and the Diamondbacks. Two teams now. Diamondbacks seem to have cooled off a little bit. So we wait to see what goes on with them. With their ace Rodriguez going tonight, so that'll be interesting. And then the Cubs and the Mariners. Now the Mariners have not been playing great baseball right now. The Cubs has been. So we're gonna see if who cools who down tonight or who heats who up tonight.
I like the Cubs. They've been playing amazing.
Yeah. So that's gonna be something to see. How that pans out tonight with these guys. This is August 21st. So you know what that means. This is heating up. You've got about 30 more games, maybe a little over a month of regular season baseball left. This is where you separate the champions. This is where you're going to start to see some pressure building with some teams, and some teams responding quite well to it, or some teams not responding too well to it and starting to fade. So teams like the Marlins is going to, when you look at some of the guys battling for wild card spots right now, that is going to be worrisome for them, or pressure will be on them. When you look at teams like the Rangers, the Blue Jays, the Guardians, and the Tigers, and even the Orioles, who are 2 games out, and the Mariners, these all have been in 3 games of the wild card. This is going to be something to watch. I really thought the Mariners would have been winning that division.
As would I with the not the Blue Jays, but I thought the Blue Jays would have been much better than below 500 right now too. But the Mariners are way more embarrassing too.
But I mean, they're only 4 games out of first place now, so anything can happen.
True.
Anything can happen. But August is always the Astros month, so we got to watch and see where they go with that. And then
I think Yordan will win MVP as well.
You think what? Who?
Yordan Alvarez from the Astros. He's been having an incredible offensive season.
He's leading in every single category, eh?
Yeah, he's gonna win that MVP over there on that side.
He's leading in batting with a .319 batting average.
He's got 36 home runs, 88 RBIs, 145 hits.
Okay, so he's in second place in the hits. He's in first place with the home runs. First place with the RBIs. All right, second place in runs scored. And he's putting on quite a show. So I think the race really is what's going on. And also your pitcher from the Yankees is probably the front runner for the Cy Young between him and Cease.
You mean Schlittler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a fun fact. Josh Chisholm is in second place for the most steals in the American League.
And despite him having a year where he has struggled, credit to Josh. Yeah. His base running, I'll argue he's the best base runner in baseball.
Yeah. So now when you look at the National League, that's going to be an interesting race because the two players that are battling for it aren't leading in many, not like way up there. They're just having a great year in PCA and Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, Pete Armstrong.
Yeah, head to head for the MVP in the National League.
Do you think they give it to Ohtani again, or do they give it to PCA this time because of voters' fatigue? Because it might be a similar argument to last year where people wanted to give it to Cal Raleigh, but you can't deny Aaron Judge. You just can't.
And I think it's going to be the same thing. I think Ohtani is going to, if Ohtani pitches even 2 more games and he's looked like he's ramping up the pitch.
Yeah, I agree.
And he comes out good, then deal. That's it. But Ohtani, right at this point, if I had a vote, I would give it to Ohtani mainly because they're pretty much head in stats. But Ohtani has been pitching earlier. Ohtani's team is in first place. He is a catalyst. He is a factor to why his team is in first place. So, I think that will give him the edge at this point in time. I think for it to get any better for Crow, he would have to really start like.
Ohtani has a 1.79 ERA. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been pitching, but that's tightening the race on the paper. Because PCA has 31 home runs and 31 stolen bases. That's pretty much Jazz's stats last year, just with a 279 average. The thing with that though is like if Ohtani wins this, that'll be 5 MVPs in 6 seasons.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
But it isn't that he doesn't deserve it. He's there. He's deserving it.
No, yeah. This isn't like favoritism MVPs. These are earned and deserved MVPs because he's the best player.
Yeah. And then I think for the Cy Young in American League, Mizorowski, head and shoulders above everybody else. Him and Ohtani was battling prior to Ohtani's injury, but Mizorowski beat the Dodgers the other night. This kid is just throwing 100 miles an hour almost every pitch. So he's the strikeout leader. He's the ERA leader. So he's in good stance to take that championship, or take the Cy Young Award this year, which will be the only award the Milwaukee Brewers get anyway. So they need that. That was a little shade I was throwing in case you didn't notice it.
I did not know.
All right, so let's wait to see what happens with that. He's way ahead of everybody. He's got about he has 210 strikeouts over Sanchez from Philly, who has 187, and Skeens, who's a strikeout man, has 171. So, there you go. So we're gonna see. So what's going on? Let's slide right on in. We'll take a break at the end, Mr. Producer. Is that fine with you? If not, send me a music and tell me no. But let's slide right on into the NFL right now. What's going on with the well? First of all, did you watch any of the preseason games last night?
I haven't had a chance to catch them. I did watch the highlights of the Raiders and the Texans. That was a fun game. Mendoza did not look great. Didn't have his best stuff. Looked a little bit rattled out there, but he's going against the Texans defense, which that defense not only has the talent on the starting lineup, it's a philosophy with them. So I wasn't really too shocked. This is a team who had the best defense last year, them or Seattle, give or take. And Mendoza is going to come up behind Kirk Cousins, and he's going to get groomed and raised and guided into being the starter for next season or at some point later on in this season, depending how things go. So I think that's good experience for Mendoza. He just gets to learn.
But if you listen to the pundits last night, they tell, he looked pretty good. Even though he threw the pick six, he didn't fold up. He came right back and went 5 for 6 in the next drive, which he did. He did.
That's why I give him credit.
Yeah. So the point is, a rookie first game playing, like the second game playing, but he'll be all right, I guess. He's not ready yet, but if they continue to do what they're doing, then he'll be a force to reckon with later on this year or something like that. And he's got a great teacher in Cousins. You can't argue that so much. So.
And Brady.
Of course, I forgot about that. That's right, and Brady.
Yep.
I got an opportunity to watch normally with preseason I don't watch the whole game. Because I really don't want to see the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th, and 9th string players trying to make the team play. So and sometimes I would do it if it's my team with Dolphins and I really want to watch a particular player and see how he pans out. I would say, okay, let me go here and let me see what what this kid is doing. If he gets some playing time. Outside of that, I tend not to watch it. But I got an opportunity to watch the start of the 49ers Chargers game. Brock Purdy didn't look too bad. He did not look too bad.
Not at all.
But like I said, it's only spring. I keep saying spring training. It's only pre-season.
Yep.
All right. So he wasn't too bad.
We're about to get into the fall, Curly.
Pardon me?
We're about to get into the fall.
Yeah. Matt Jones wasn't too bad yesterday as well. Martinez threw a touchdown, had a couple of interceptions, but outside of that, it was all right for a start for the preseason, for the spring training, for preseason. Oh, I'm gonna get it right soon. I don't know. We got a couple of games on tonight, and like I told the callers, the listeners yesterday, I don't predict on preseason games because you never know what's going on. But you got the Jets and the Steelers today, so you probably get a good. Maybe Aaron Rodgers might play today. You got the Panthers and the Jaguars, and then you get the Packers and the Broncos, which would be a nice little start up to watch. So I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. Have you heard much from the Dallas Cowboys? There was a rumor going around yesterday with Dallas about to pull off a trade with the New England Patriots. But once I dug deeper, that was fake news.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing on that front.
Every so often on your thread, someone will drop on your Facebook page or your Google page will drop up and say, the biggest trade is about to happen, and then you go to Bleacher
Oh
Report
yeah,
or the Score.
I used to have a lot of them sites, but I stopped getting those sites. I cut those notifications off because it's just false. The only thing that
Yeah.
comes down is ESPN or Bleacher Report, because that's when you know it's
yeah.
real.
Or the Score, or Yahoo Sports, or
Right.
yeah.
Like big
Somebody
name
asked me, how
corporations.
many apps you got on your phone? So I say about 6.
Say it again.
Somebody asked me how many sports apps I got on my phone. I say I get about 6.
Fair enough. Yeah.
If you count the
But
fantasy ones,
only
I think
half
about
of
8.
those are like really real.
Yeah. Actually, I don't have 6. I got Score, Bleacher, ESPN, Yahoo Sports, MLB, and then I have the fantasies, put NFL
Fantasy
fantasy
football?
with the
There
ESPN,
you
so
go.
that's done. Yeah. So I don't know. The Dolphins, Chris Bell, the superstar wide receiver that they were hoping to become a star, has been in practice. He's just come back. So I guess he'll get a chance tomorrow night to show 1 or 2 little plays to see what he's good for. But I like what I'm seeing in Miami. I like what I'm seeing. I like the slow progress they're making. I like what Willis looked like, and your dad, yes, Naughty, give you the credit. Good pickup for the Dolphins. Good suggestion. So it's fine. It's fine. I think we'll be all right. Once again, I'm going to tell the world, if Miami wins more than 5 games, let's have a party. Because it won't be many. It won't be much more than that if it's that. All right? But that's an indication of what you can expect in 2027. They will be in the money. They will challenge for that division, and they will have some more money to spend. They'll have a lot of draft capital to draft. And I think you'll start to see them just how Detroit progress. As long as they can stay healthy, I think you'll see good progress in Miami, and fans will have an opportunity, hopefully, to challenge. I didn't say to win, to challenge.
Yes.
For I think, do we have a caller on the line, Mr. Producer, or did they drop? Yes, we lost that caller. And I have to take fault for that, Mr. Producer. I was there running my mouth a little bit too much. All right. So anyway, so anything else on your Baltimore Ravens, or anything you've been hearing out there?
Ready to get ready for the season, and hoping Nnamdi Madubuike can come back around week 5 or 6-ish. That's what we're really hoping for with him, because that will really shore up our front 7 and really our front 4. So that's just all we're waiting on, but he will play.
Okay. I got you. Okay. You know something?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have, how to put this, a really balanced NFL season this year. Because I didn't realize that Houston defense was going to be that good, and then Ben announces that this is a Super Bowl defense.
It is.
You've got a couple of teams. I think you're gonna, and I said this to somebody yesterday. I'm not gonna sleep on Cincinnati.
Well, everybody's hyping them. That's the thing.
I'm not gonna sleep on the Detroit Lions. For some reason, I'm believing that the Detroit Lions is gonna be a team to reckon with this year.
Oh, well, they always are. They could not.
But you know, like last year they finished 9-8, barely made the playoff. It wasn't all of that. And Don Campbell said, "Don't think our window's closed." You can see. So that's gonna be the NFC is gonna be really interesting to watch. You get the Rams, you get Detroit, you get Dallas, you get Seattle. It's gonna be interesting to watch. The NFC.
Guess who my surprise 10-win team is? My surprise 10-win team prediction is.
Who's that?
New Orleans.
You know something? I would ride with you on that. I would ride with you on that, because I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if that happens. It won't surprise me.
I really think New Orleans is building something.
Yeah.
And the division, it's completely for the taking, and their division is sleeping on them, because they've been the worst over the past couple of years. They're sleeping specifically on them.
They have been. Let's take this call. Call you on the air. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Pearly. Good afternoon to you, Star Boy.
What up?
What's up?
Listen, Pearly.
Yes, sir.
I a Dolphin, and I call in to find out what is your deal. Why you keep calling for these 5 games?
Because I know what Miami is doing, what they're doing. Miami took a big blow by cutting Hill, cutting Tua. They took a big hit on the salary cap, so they really had no money to bring any players in. Miami has, I think, 19 rookies on that team this year. At 13 drafts and another 6 or 7 that they picked up, They're going to end up with about 15 rookies, but a lot of the players they got are one-year deal players who at best are third string or second string on any other team. So Miami is taking a hit. They gutted the team take a hit to take a big blow this year to bounce back next year.
So if we can take a hit, let's get hit hard. Why are you calling for 5? I'm looking for one or two to get the number one pick.
No, that I doubt we get the number one pick because I think I see one of the things. Don't worry about what you hear in the market and the noise people make. These players have a lot of pride and they play to win. And
Yeah,
because
pride cost me Joe Burrow when I had Flores. I don't need that.
And it can cost you Arch Manning too because they're gonna win 5 games. They're gonna win maybe 4 to 5 games. I think it'll be a top 5 pick. Definitely a top 5 pick.
But that's what y'all should want. It's a rebuild.
Yeah, you're telling me I'm struggling because I can't get you to win. Now I can't get you to lose either.
Yeah, but you get there. Don't worry about it. You get there. Okay? Just keep the faith. Thanks for calling. Anyway, that's it for us.
Yep.
We do apologize. No predictions today. We ran out of time. But for Stat Boy, this is Pearly on Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 90. Talking Heads Friday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Take care. Don't forget to check us Sunday, 11 a.m. for the press box, and Naughty and MJ will be back on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Don't that shit that make you mad? They treat you like a slave. Put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back. They be lying through their teeth. Hope you slip up off your path. I don't switch up, I just laugh. Put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats. Then get busy on they. See, that's how that shut down.
Running low on summer funds? Squeeze every drop of fun out of your summer with a Fidelity personal loan. From backyard upgrades to family getaways, Fidelity is here to help. Call 356-7764 today.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Summer's here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega bucket, packed with everything you need for summer fun on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, Fountain Fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only $5. KFC's summer buckets have big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken only at KFC Nassau.